The old man pretended that he couldn't open the bottle cap, so he asked the man beside him for help. The man took the bottle without hesitation. However, he had no idea that he had already fallen into someone else's trap. After the bottle was opened, the old man deliberately stared at the bottle cap, pretending that he couldn't read, and handed it to the man, asking him to check what was written on it. The man took the bottle cap and looked closely. On it was clearly marked a prize of $10,000. Seeing the old man smiling foolishly beside him, the money-hungry man was instantly tempted, truly believing that he was about to strike it rich today. What he didn't know was that he had already become the old man's prey. In fact, the old man looked like an illiterate farmer, but he was actually a notorious master of shady tricks, especially skilled at exploiting human weakness to make easy money. Not long ago, the old man had taken in a new apprentice. To be accepted, the apprentice had to hand over half of everything he owned. Just as the young man was about to take out his money, he suddenly realized that the money was already in the old man's hands. The young man was instantly convinced and immediately wanted to learn real skills from his master. The old man then warned his new apprentice that he must strictly obey the rules of their sect. The elderly, the weak, women, and children were absolutely forbidden targets. If even one rule was violated, his limbs would be broken and he would be expelled. The man immediately kowtowed sincerely. Next, the old man gathered his disciples and prepared to teach the apprentice his first lesson. The target the old man chose was a well-dressed man in a suit. Under the old man's brilliant acting, the man quickly fell for the bait and told the old man that the bottle cap actually said thank you for participating. But although the old man couldn't read, he could tell from the characters that there should be 6 words. The man was instantly left speechless. At that moment, the old man's apprentice suddenly appeared and covered for the man, saying, "Isn't it thank you for your patronage?" That happened to match 6 characters exactly, and the old man finally smiled in satisfaction. Unexpectedly, the old man deliberately dropped the bottle cap on the ground and left the scene, claiming he had something to do. The apprentice quickly picked up the bottle cap, pretending he wanted to keep the $10,000 for himself. The man immediately followed him and insisted on the principle of first come, first served. However, he had no idea that he was already deep inside the trap set by the old man. Seeing this, the man threatened him, claiming that his brother was the local crime boss, and if the bottle cap wasn't handed over, he would definitely regret it. The other party pretended to fall silent. Thinking he was scared, the man immediately offered $3,000 in exchange for the bottle cap. The other party agreed at once, but the man realized he hadn't brought that much cash with him. He suggested going home to get the money, but the apprentice refused on the spot. Knowing the other party didn't trust him, the man thought for a moment and decided to use his briefcase as collateral, promising to return in 15 minutes to complete the exchange. To prevent the other party from overthinking and becoming suspicious, the apprentice limited him to 10 minutes. The man hurried off to get the money. What he didn't know was that the old man was already waiting quietly nearby for the money to arrive. 10 minutes later, the man rushed back and exchanged the cash for his briefcase. The two then went their separate ways, holding the bottle cap. The man wore a foolish grin on his face, completely unaware that he had just been scammed out of $3,000.